E-I. Okay.
Профессор Юнус, большая честь мне брать интервью у вас, всемирно известного экономиста и социального предпринимателя.
Well, great to see you again. I'm very happy to meet you. You have been to Bangladesh, you have seen all the activities that we are involved, and now it's good that we get a chance to have this conversation.
Вы недавно презентовали свою новую книгу «Мир трех нулей». Она переведена на русский язык. Я ее прочитал, это очень интересная книга. Вы там говорите, что вы хотели бы видеть мир будущего с 3 нулями. Нулевая бедность, нулевая безработица, нулевые выбросы углекислого газа в атмосферу. Почему именно эти 3 проблемы вы выбрали как самые важные для человечества? Мы в России, когда говорим о проблемах, мы обычно говорим про темпы роста ВВП, или про инвестиции, или про продолжительность жизни. Вы назвали 3 другие проблемы. Объясните.
The one thing is the growth and the investment. These are very narrow issue. This is a money-making issue. So it doesn't have a social dimension to it. Growth doesn't have a social dimension. Growth has rather anti-social dimension. That's where my book comes in. We talk about bringing poverty to 0. So this is no reason why anybody should suffer from poverty, because human beings are packed with capacity to take care of themselves. Simply economics has pushed them out. So I keep repeating, the poverty is not caused by poor people. Poverty is caused by the system that we built, the way system makes us think. And that's where we went wrong. So in order to change poverty or eliminate poverty, we need to change the system. So that's the issue that I raise in the book, how present system is working against the people. And then other issues are the issues of unemployment. Why is there unemployment at all? I said employment itself is a very unnatural thing, artificial thing. Real human beings are born with entrepreneurial capacity, with a creative capacity to do things on their own, independently. But job makes us submissive to other people. We have to work for somebody else. So I address that issue. I keep saying that the whole problem of unemployment, which exists everywhere in the world, even in the richest country, you have the problem of unemployment. It exists because of the concept of employment. If you didn't have the concept of employment, there will be no unemployment, because we will all be entrepreneurs. So we are kind of made to believe that salvation or the destiny of human being is about getting a job. And I try to bring it to the attention, job is the end of creativity. The moment you accept the job, you accept the fact that you have to now follow the instructions. If you keep on following the instruction, you have no creative power left in you. So you lose the most important element in human being. So I'm encouraging the young people to think as an entrepreneur, to become an entrepreneur rather than a job seeker. And the third one is environment. Environment is again created not by God. Environmental problem is created by the businesses. Businesses, out of their eagerness, out of their greed to make money, they destroy the planet. So unless we change that system, we cannot save this planet. And we have only very short time left to protect the world. Maybe 20 years, at best 30 years. Unless we fix everything, all the damages done to the planet, unless we can fix it very quickly, we'll be done. We will not survive on this planet. So these are the key issues. I'm sure there are many other problems in the world, but I'm concentrating on 3 major issues that I think is very important to pay attention to. We can create a world with 0 poverty, 0 unemployment, and 0 net carbon emission. It's possible. If we pay attention to it, it will get done. But we are not paying attention to it.
Профессор, я согласен с вами, и про неравенство, и про борьбу с бедностью и безработицей писало очень много людей, и философов, и экономистов, и политиков. Но вы вводите новое понятие «социальное предпринимательство», социальный бизнес, в отличие от чисто капиталистического предприятия, которое нацелено на извлечение прибыли, и в отличие от благотворительных некоммерческих организаций и от организаций, которые существуют за счет государства. В чем специфика вот этого социального предпринимательства и верите ли вы в его будущее?
When we created Grameen Bank, the village bank to lend money to poor women, we had no intention of personally gaining from it financially. Our intention was to make this loans available, credit available to the people, particularly women, so that she can start her income generating activity. She can take care of herself. So that was the focus. That is the problem that we wanted to solve, with no intention of personally benefiting from that. After we created Grameen Bank, we created many other such companies, healthcare companies, to bring healthcare to the extremely poor people who has a very poor health condition. So we said, let's try this way. Try to solve the problem of healthcare and in an affordable way, but no intention of making money. But it has to be sustainable so that money can be collected back and used again, recycling of the money itself. And series of these companies we created. Then we realized this is a very different kind of business. Conventional business defined by a capitalist theory where you want to maximize profit. We created a business not to make any profit at all, personally. Company makes profit, but profit is plowed back into the business. So when people started wondering, is it a crazy idea that you can create a business not to make money, but to solve problem? Must be someone has to be really crazy to do that. Then I point out, look, people give away money. They don't expect it back. Here in social business, I'm not giving away money. I'm only investing the money. And I get my investment money back. But after that, I don't take any dividend for myself. So which one is more crazy? Giving away is more crazy or just investing is crazy? I said, between the two, this looks like very same thing to do that. Then people said, what's wrong with the charity? I said, nothing wrong with charity. Charity is a wonderful idea. It helps people. It's been helping for generations, for centuries, people are benefiting from charity. But charity has a limitation. You try to address a problem by giving money as a charity, as a donation, and the problem gets solved, but the money doesn't come back. So you have only one-time use of money. But if you do it the same thing as a social business, you create a business model and you solve the problem of the person or the people, but the money comes back. Then you use the money again. I said, look, this is the difference.
В вашем опыте, опыте Граминбанка, львиную долю заемщиков – это женщины. И вы говорите, это более хороший заемщик. Не во всех культурах, не во всех странах есть опасения, что эта бизнес-модель работает. Также есть опасения, что эта бизнес-модель может работать в странах с разной структурой экономики. Например, Бангладеш – это страна, где очень много малого бизнеса, микробизнеса, и, конечно, микрозаймы там очень важны. Даже в Соединенных Штатах, где успешно работает Граминбанк, это страна с очень диверсифицированной экономикой, там много разного бизнеса. Россия – другая страна, другая структура экономики. Это доминирование крупных корпораций, преимущественно государственных корпораций. Вот эта идеология вашего предпринимательства, упор на бедных, упор на женщин, упор на микробизнес, он универсальный? Он, как вы думаете, может быть успешен в России?
Russia is no different than any other country. It's, if you have a problem, you create a social business to solve it. That's the point I'm saying. This is about people. People are same all over the world. Whether you are Russia, whether you are Brazil, whether you're in Japan, doesn't matter. People are people. They have the same feeling, they have the same attitude to do things, to make things happen. They have a future that they want to build for their children. Today, if you live in the world like it is, our children have no future. Today, we don't use that individual's capacity because always say government should do it. That looking towards government to solve all the problems is a very damaging thing, that we are not using our talent, our creativity, rather criticize the government all the time. I'm not saying that we shouldn't criticize. Definitely we should criticize for inaction of the government, for wrong policy of the government. But at the same time, we should not remain inactive ourselves. So this is an opportunity by creating social business and solving each piece of problem. Problem of unemployment, problem of poverty, problem of water, problem of plastic. The whole world is filling with plastic. We can take an initiative as an individual to stop plastic. We can avoid plastic, we can discard plastic, we can recycle plastic, many ways. And we can put pressure on the companies not to use plastic, because plastic is going to kill us. This is our home, planet is our home, we have to save that. So this is the way that social business can address these issues and give you a power to your individual capacity to do something. And then government can learn from it. Government is something that can do something with the bureaucracy. Government has no other option but bureaucracy.
Профессор, Бенгалия дала миру 3 нобелевских лауреатов. Рабиндранат Тагор получил премию по литературе, Амартья Сен премию по экономике, и вы премию мира. То есть все гуманитарные нобелевские премии ваша родина взяла. Вы получили премию в 2006 году за борьбу с бедностью, и Граминбанк, и ваша деятельность действительно много внесла в снижение этой проблемы в Бангладеш. И в 2009 году я имел честь с товарищами быть у вас в гостях в Бангладеше. Вы подробно рассказывали про систему микрофинансирования, и я вам очень благодарен за это. Сейчас в вашей новой книге «Мир 3 нулей» вы уже не столько описываете именно микрофинансовые технологии, сколько поднимаетесь до более глобальных проблем, в том числе полемизируете с основами экономической науки, миропорядка, с концепцией невидимой руки Адама Смита, которую изучают на первом курсе все экономисты мира. Предлагаете новый финансовый порядок, новый правовой порядок, новый вид предпринимательства. Это очень серьезные, очень аргументированные идеи. Вы готовы получить Нобелевскую премию по экономике?
No, I'm not doing this for Nobel Prize or anything. Economic theory has been developed and people have accepted it. They follow that path the way it is defined. But there are major flaws in that economic theory. That's what I'm trying to draw attention to. I keep saying that, look, economics is sometimes, or most of the time, economics is called a social science. I said it doesn't deserve to be called social science, because there's nothing social about economics. But because it starts with human being which is driven by self-interest. So only thing that human being within economics can do, as it's defined, to take care of himself. He wants money, he wants to accumulate, he wants to maximize his profit. This is all personal. There is no social dimension to the human being. But if you compare the real human being versus the human being which is defined in economics, they are different. Real human being is a social being. They worry about the world. They worry about their neighbors, they worry about the other countries, they worry about the planet, they worry about the future of the world. We have to build a society which is better than before. That's what the whole aspect of it. At the moment, it's more pressing because everything becomes so serious in a crisis, big crisis. The whole existence of human being is at stake right now.
Профессор, у кого бы вы хотели взять интервью и продолжить этот диалог по цепочке?
I'm looking forward to meeting Sinia Udaiva, have a conversation with her. So I hope it will go as exciting as it is right now.
Спасибо, успехов вам.
Thank you for a wonderful conversation. Thanks a lot.